You unlock this mirror with a key to your imagination. Behind it is another dimension. A dimension of madness. A dimension of wonder. A dimension of time. You're about to move into the shadows of curiosities and ideas as they embrace the Halloween spirit. You just fell into Cyber-Wonderland After Dark. These postermen are the representatives of the Scooby-Doo fanbase. They are one in a million franchise beings like this one, but like all of them, they usually talk and argue about which series or movie is the definitive best out of all of them, and why. In just a moment, we will see them use Mad Hatter Patrick's thoughts on one of their movies as live bait to stop and catch a manipulating monster. And in the process, we will unmask the culprit that is sending everyone into Cyber-Wonderland After Dark.
Hi everyone, I'm ready for our first club meeting.
Welcome, Trick or Treat. Unfortunately, we're in the middle of a dilemma. We have received reports that a monster is silencing everyone.
Huh? What do you mean? This thing is what we call the Second Thoughts virus, is manipulating other people's opinions on a bunch of Scooby-Doo movies against their will. Once it gets closer, it starts on making nitpicks with a bunch of talking. But once it touches someone, it takes away their voices. Why go through all of this over something Scooby-Doo related?
We don't know. What we do know, without anyone talking about anything Scooby-Doo related, those aligned with their respective movies will disappear from existence. Look!
Alien invaders, what's happening?
No more Shaggy and Crystal shippings and singing that groovy song.
No! Please! Come back!
This is terrible. We can't let it get away. What should we do?
We're part of Scooby-Doo, right? So let's catch it the old-fashioned way. We'll use our live monitor to see the next person talking about a Scooby-Doo movie. Then when the Second Thought virus strikes, we'll jump out and trample him with no escape.
Got it. So, who's the bait? Someone named Mad Hatter Patrick, and he's talking about Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
Does he always dress like that?
Only when it's a Halloween season.
Oh.
For this year's Cyber-Wonderland After Dark episode, I'm going to talk about a Scooby-Doo movie that I constantly watch over and over again. I would say it's a blast from the past, but I think the movie kind of beat me to it.
Released in 2001, it's the fourth installment of the Scooby-Doo direct-to-video movies. This was also the last film to be produced by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, the people that created Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Game before Hanna's death on March 22nd, 2001, as well as some other famous voice actors such as Scott Innes as Shaggy and Scooby, and B.J. Ward as Velma before retiring their characters. And this would be the first time songwriter, comedian, and voice actor Greg DeLisle would play Daphne in the Scooby-Doo series, which he is still doing to this day. And this is considered to be the last Scooby-Doo movie to feature real supernatural creatures until The Goblin King in 2008.
Welcome to another episode of the Wonder Reviews. Let's plug this classic software into the screen. This is Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase.
It starts out with Mystery Inc. going to a university to visit an old friend named Eric who is working on a video game based on them. When they arrive, the campus gets under attack by a phantom virus and they need to stop him. Then, the gang gets trapped inside Eric's video game with the virus. Now the mystery team must find the box of Scooby Snacks in all 10 levels to win the game, return home safely, and figure out who created the monstrous virus. So unlike the past three movies, it does somewhat go back to the old roots of unmasking the villain. However, instead of unmasking the phantom virus, they had to figure out who created him to keep the whodunit aspect. And to its credit, this route does succeed as a mystery puzzle. With each level they go into, they do give out clues on who created the virus, as well as some other puzzles to figure out where the box of Scooby Snacks are. Another element that keeps the sense of real monsters in the film is when Scooby and the gang gets inside the game. At the first half, it seems like your typical Scooby-Doo episode on trying to catch the monster, but once the laser zaps them inside the computer, it presents many kinds of monsters from each level. And to keep the spirit of the show, they still present some funny Scooby humor either from Scooby and Shaggy goofing off, or when the character presents some effective one-liner jokes.
You'll pay for this!
We don't think so!
Thingy!
There is still a criticism regarding with this movie, and that is the concept of setting Scooby and the game into the video game. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea, and it is fun and interesting to see them travel through different levels like the Colosseum, a prehistoric jungle, and even the final level where they meet their cyber counterparts. It's just that compared to the past Scooby-Doo movies like Zombie Island or Witch's Ghost, this one is going back to the lighthearted tone of the Scooby-Doo series, which can be considered underwhelming. It is also predictable because you can guess if the Scooby Gang can really get themselves out of the game. And I know it feels like I'm peer reviewing someone's college project, since the game they're being transported into is literally called Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. The levels don't feel like something out of a Scooby-Doo adventure until the final level. They have the monsters and the Scooby Snacks, but the first 9 levels aren't based on any Scooby-Doo episodes or movies. Plus, there is a plot hole regarding bringing something in and out of the game. Like at the beginning of the movie, we see Eric bring back the Scooby Snacks back into the real world, yet he can't bring back the Mystery Incorporated back after getting zapped because the game doesn't work that way. Feels like there needs to be a brief explanation about that part.
Maybe it only works on non-living organisms?
It's 75 minutes long. It's not considered a movie. The culprit is pretty obvious, and the virus puns are dumb and even more obvious.
What the? Who? What?
Naughty, naughty. Hey! Sorry, you need a ticket for the next flight.
Listen, I don't know who you are, but how about we settle this over a nice cup of tea?
Marvin, open tile 142. That should hold him for now. Marvin, do an antivirus scan on that room.
Got it.
Here's the thing, the whole point of Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase is to simply solve a mystery. Don't expect any sort of deep or further development from any of these characters. The Mystery Gang are still the same characters from the past shows and movies we remember, including Fred being the leader, Daphne is the fashionista, Velma is the genius, and Shaggy and Scooby are the comic reliefs that are scared the most. However, with their charming voice acting performances, they do make the most of it throughout the picture, like Shaggy and Scooby bringing out some of the funniest moments in the movie.
When's the best time to enjoy a milkshake with your french fries? Anytime!
With the main villain, the Phantom Virus, he's actually one of the most memorable Scooby-Doo movie villains with his snarky personality, and the interesting thing about him is that he's a real monster created by someone instead of being someone wearing a costume and mask. For the rest of the characters, they're mostly there to be on the suspect list on figuring out who is responsible for bringing the virus to the campus. Like Officer Wembley is the grumpy security guard, Professor Kaufman is the genius scientist and professor, Eric is a college student and old friend to Mystery Inc. from who knows when and where, and Bill is Eric's best friend. And then there are the Cyber Mystery Gang. They appear later in the film at the final level to help their counterparts defeat the virus and win the game. Not only are the interactions between their old selves are fun and interesting, but they also help expand the world building of the game. But the Phantom Virus still has a few tricks up his sleeve because he managed to summon some of the past villains to try and stop them, including the Creeper, Jaguaro, Gator Gould, the Tar Monster, and Old Iron Face. And yes, like the virus, they are the most memorable monsters in the movie. As a film that's based on the 1969 cartoon, the animation on Cyber Chase is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's top quality as Zombie Island or Scoob, but for what it is, it does look nice. The designs stay true to the original Hanna-Barbera style, but still give the characters some depth on the shading and lighting. This also applies to the Cyber Mystery Game, where the animators successfully recreate the old designs from the show, such as the pale skin, the black dye eyes, and some other unforgettable features.
Nice ascot. Works for me.
Even some of the monsters they encounter are nice to look at, whether it be some of the familiar Scooby-Doo characters or some new ones like skeleton gladiators, dinosaurs, and more. In addition, there are some amazing special effects like the use of CGI whenever the Scooby-Doo team completes a level, or when the Phantom Virus gets all static from getting close to a magnet. The only times when the movie doesn't feel cinematic, even for a direct-to-video movie, is the character animation because the movements still have the sense of being a Scooby-Doo TV episode, and you can clearly see it more on the classic monsters. And there are some notable animation errors like several frames being cut up and mixing up the original and Cyber Mystery Game designs. But I will give some credit that some of the action and chase scenes are fun to watch, especially some of the music bits like a remix of Scooby-Doo Where Are You?, Double Double Joint, and my personal favorite song, Hello Cyber Dream. With the backgrounds, while the university is just an ordinary campus with a lab or food court, but when Scooby and the team enter the game, that's when the settings get much grander. The levels present a lot of details and textures on the places such as the moon, the Roman Colosseum, the prehistoric jungle, the montage levels like Egypt or the North Pole. Even the final level looks amazing as a nighttime city with a big amusement park.
Ho ho ho! Morbid, what happened?
The scan was complete, but there's no malware virus inside the house.
Animation errors. Boring university. Level skipping. Not so fast.
You! Come this way!
What? Who are you?
We are the representatives of the Scooby-Doo fan base. We've been trying to catch the Second Thoughts virus by using you as live bait to trap it.
What?
Long story. So, what do you think of Cyber Chase?
Oh, I still like it.
Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase is a fun Scooby-Doo movie that continues to capture the same joy and spookiness from the show and the past Scooby-Doo movies of its time. While like some video games, it does have some glitches like a predictable story with a lighter tone than the predecessors, and the characters are not quite developed. But the animation is still good, the Scooby-Doo humor is funny, and the characters remain to be charming and likable. Kids will definitely have a great time with it, but if you're a Scooby-Doo fan, you will have a blast with it. Oh, and when you do, stick around after the credits because there's an odd after show where the mystery gang share their favorite moments in the film with never before seen clips. Is this the best Scooby-Doo movie? No. Is it still an enjoyable Scooby-Doo movie? Absolutely. It's a video game movie that I remember having a good time than the video game that they tried to adapt. I'm gonna give this Cyber Chase movie a B.
Surprise! Oh, come on! Your voice is mine! Huh? It's you!
It can't be!
Holiday Haunt? Of course, that explains why I can't destroy anything Christmas related.
And the pause and rewind powers only affect movie and TV entities.
But why? Don't you get it yet? I was supposed to join your guys' club and continue the Hanna-Barbera Cinematic Universe. I was near completion, but then everything was scrapped and shelved all because of that stupid Discovery merge plan.
Oh
Shoot,
yeah, totally a disaster.
Bad idea, definitely bad idea.
I was distraught and confused on why some like Trick or Treat and the Velma series stayed greenlit, but not me, despite I was almost finished and been designed for months. So I figured, if I can't be a Scooby-Doo movie or be remembered, no Scooby stuff can. Scooby movies don't just live through opinions, but we can also absorb them and grow stronger. And I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling reps and that Mad Hatter.
I'm sorry what they did to you. You deserve better. But taking away voices and opinions won't bring you back. These Scooby projects don't have anything to do with you on being shelved. It doesn't have anything to do with you on being finished or not, or being a good or bad movie. It's just not like that.
Really?
He's right. In fact, we actually wanted you to be part of the team, no matter how much of you is finished.
It's not fair that you had to be scrapped over all of this, but you are grounded for 1 year, and you had to give everyone voices back.
Yes, I will, but it's too late for me to join or do anything else.
What the?
There are so few people that knew my true existence, and I can't maintain this form.
Please, you guys gotta do something!
We can't. We don't have the power to restore projects.
What if we screen release a holiday cut or convert it to another Christmas movie?
Please, no. It's okay. It's meant to be this way. You already have a bunch of Scooby stuff to cherish like Cyber Chase. Just remember one thing. No matter how these Scooby-Doo projects turned out in the past, present, or future, Mystery Incorporated will continue to solve mysteries and unmask monsters for everyone's entertainment.
Wait, please! Whoa, it felt like I woke up from a strange dream. Huh? What happened?
We've lost what could have been a club member.
Well, there is a majority that votes for the best movie, but there are some, even inside the mainstream, that still look upon the other contenders as another favorite or classic. No one can really change anyone's opinions on a favorite movie or show by brute force. Only the person that picks the favorites can decide if they hold up well or not on a personal level. There can be many people who love Zombie Island, but there can also be some who continue to favor Witch's Ghost or Alien Invaders, or even the convoluted ones like the Kiss and WWE crossovers or that zombie sequel no one really asked for. But as long as Scooby-Doo continues to be a fun mystery-solving and entertaining franchise for the whole family, then those meddling kids and their talking dog have beaten the game of Cyber-Wonderland After Dark. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.